So thank you everyone for attending this short training presentation where we'll give you an overview of the FutureNet program. Let's first of all take a look at the background to what it's all about. It's the core backbone to the business is social media, and social media and the internet has certainly changed our lives quite dramatically. In the last 10 years, especially, social media has had a big effect. The likes of Facebook, Twitter, Flickr, there's so many of them, YouTube. These social media platforms have really distracted people, I suppose. And everywhere you look, people are on their phones, whether it's on the train or on the high street. Even when we're eating our meals, people have engaged with this social media well, it's incredible. There's a table there in the bottom corner, and it's quite typical. I see it in my own household when I go into the living room. I have 6 children. You can see they're looking at the phone, and then a few minutes later, they take a quick glance at the television, and they're back onto the telephone. And that's what's happening right now. When you ask yourself, what are these people doing? Well, they're chatting, and they're liking, and they're posting, and they're sharing, they're recommending, they're Snapchatting, they're Instagramming, they're playing games. Guys, it's just the way it is. And I think the trend in social media is growing and growing and growing. Now, the big winner so far has been Facebook, and probably the most popular. And of course, if it were a country, it would be the largest country in the world. It has now amassed over 1.6 billion users. And that's incredible, because if you think about it, you use Facebook, I use it, and we use it for free. It's something we enjoy for free. But bottom line here is they've turned over 18 billion in revenue last year. And it begs the question for most people, how can we use something for free and it generate 18 billion in revenue? Guys, the answer is very simple. This revenue is generated from advertisement and generated again from games on the platform. It's incredible. And then you start thinking about other companies like Google. Google, I use it every day. It's free, but it did 74 billion last year. How can something that people use free generate 74 billion? It's the number 1 website is Google. Facebook rocks between number 2 and 3, but you can see it there, 18 billion last year. YouTube, another thing that we use for free. It's a free video sharing service. It did 4 billion last year, and that number now sounds small, but how does it do it? We enjoy the video. You probably realize that they pop on an advertisement on front of a video today, and that's where they're generating the money. It's just incredible. And every time you click on an advertisement, you're generating money for these guys. That's how it works. So games is another big arena, and you've probably been invited to many games. I've been invited to Candy Crush. I can't remember how many times. And if you look at the numbers there just below the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see that Candy Crush itself did 2.1 billion in turnover last year. Now, 2.1 billion, I mean, we use this terminology, million, billion, trillion. We use it quite loosely, but when you start understanding what a billion is, it's incredible. If you and I were to start to count to 1 million, and we counted 1, 2, 3, we used every second to count 1 digit, it would take you 11.5 days to count to 1 million. But if you were to count to 1 billion, it would take you 32 years, using 1 second per count. So this number, billion, is quite phenomenal. For a game on your phone to turn over 2.1 billion, that's phenomenal. It's a big industry. In fact, Candy Crush did 517 million of profit. So whilst it had 2.1 billion turnover, it only did 517 million of profit. Where did the other 1.75 billion go? Guys, apart from game development and running costs, it went back into advertisement, to putting that brand out there to market itself. A lot of money spent on marketing, and you and I can start benefiting from the advertising business and from the games revenue generated by this activity. Angry Birds has had 3 billion downloads. Guys, there's only 7 billion people on the planet. And here's a game that's had already 3 billion downloads. Obviously, people have multiple devices, and it could be downloaded 2 or 3 different devices, but bottom line is 3 billion downloads. I mean, these things are popular. Look at Farmville. Now, where we live in the UK, for most of us on this presentation right now, there are 65 million people. This one game has 265 million monthly users attached. I mean, it's just a big industry. So what we're doing with you is we're sharing with you a new social media platform. It's just like Facebook, but there's a big difference here. You're going to get paid for your activity. And I'm going to show you how that works. Every time you upload a photograph, or let's say you like something or share something, FutureNet is a social media platform just like Facebook, but it pays you for your activity. What we do generally is we invite a few of our friends over to FutureNet, and what you must do, you must communicate with them there regularly. You've got to get them into the habit of returning. If you invite someone over and you don't communicate with them, well, I know what they're going to do. They're going to trot right back to Facebook. But if you upload some nice photographs, you make some comments, you do daily chat in here, and you start engaging them in this social media platform, then in day 2 or day 3, you can say, hey, did you realize you just got paid for your activity? And they probably weren't aware, but we pay you bonus, free money for chatting, liking, sharing. So we're doing the same activity that we've done before. This time, guys, let's get paid. That's the idea about the whole platform. Now, this is how our social media platform looks. You'll all have a link here on the top right-hand side of your page. If you share that link with a friend, they will be populated here on the right-hand side, and this is where you can click on a name, up comes a text box, and you can start chatting to them within the text box here. So that's just like Facebook. You send somebody a link, they register, and then they're part of your friends group. In the center here, you'll see where you can upload photographs or content. You can add video here. You can write daily posts and comment. You've got your own homepage as well. On the right-hand side, you'll see where we have our mainstream advertisers. And this is what I call prime internet real estate. In the future, as we start to develop the database, as we bring more numbers to the platform, this is going to become a very attractive proposition for mainstream advertisers. It's the likes of the Coca-Colas and the American Airlines and the British Airways that we want marketing and offering their services here on the right-hand side. We already have Emirates up there and some banks, but we continue to populate that as the organization grows. What's interesting to large advertisers are how many users are on the platform and how long do these users spend on the platform. What length of time do they spend on this platform? And that dictates essentially how much they're going to advertise with us. And that's where the money comes from. We share the revenue from the mainstream advertisers back with the members. And of course, we also have on the left-hand side here a button that says Games, Future Games. And again, if someone downloads a game, it's totally free. But again, revenue can be generated if someone needs to get to the next level. So if it's a car game and you want a bigger engine or better tires, you've got to buy some credits to get to the next level. Or if it's a farm game, you need to buy some meal to feed the chicken, to take to market, to sell the chicken feed, and they need more coins or they need more credit to get to the next level. And this is where money's generated from the gaming side. And I don't mean gaming as in gambling, I mean gaming as in games. Now, FutureNet has their own department that develop these games, but we also bring on third-party suppliers, and that's important. When we bring on a third-party game, we share the revenue with that third party. So if it's a developer, we go 50-50. The developer will get 50% of the revenue and FutureNet take the other 50%. So what we have is we have external streams of revenue supporting the model, it's pretty exciting. When you go to the bottom left-hand side, this is where you're going to find some of our products. Now, the company deal with what I call digital products, products that you don't have to warehouse, products that you don't have to ship, digital products, the likes of cloud. We call it Future Cloud. Again, cloud is an ongoing product that's increasing its popularity day by day. We used to use hard drive. We then went to CD-ROM or floppy disk CD-ROM. We went from CD-ROM to these memory sticks or pen drives. But the future of storage, I suppose, is the drawer in the sky. It's that cloud where we can upload our content. We can pull it down. It leaves less clutter on our desktop. We can work on our documents and send them back up to the cloud. So cloud storage is a service that's scalable. That's important. That as more members come on board and they want cloud services, why not use Future Cloud? And again, this is a revenue stream that serves the whole idea. We also do blogging service. Again, blog, very, very popular if you were, let's say, an expert in gardening or an expert in nutrition, maybe an expert in health. Doesn't matter what your subject is, but if you create a blog, we offer that service. Not everybody understands blog, but with this system, we make it simple in 3 steps. Create a blog, post a blog. Very, very simple, and people will follow your blog, and that can lead to generation of sales later or promoting events, whatever you wish to do with blog. That's another service we offer. Video email is another exciting service Conventional email, I suppose, is not working at its best rate today because we get that much email, we delete most of it. We don't tend to read it like we read a text message. And but video email is a different animal altogether, because video email, you can add emotion, you can add content, you can say a lot faster than you can type a lot. And video email is a function that can generate a lot of sales in our program as well. This company also do video production. So let's say you had a company or an idea or a product, you'd like the company FutureNet to develop your promotional video. It might be an advertisement, it might be an image video, it could be a product display. You send your licensed images to the company, you give them the theme, maybe some of the wording you'd like used in the video, and these guys will create video for you. Again, we do this for third-party companies. Again, that brings more revenue into this particular platform. So you'll find the games here on the top to center, and you'll find the products on the bottom left-hand side. But what we want to focus on in this presentation is how can we make some serious money? Where does the opportunity lie? And I can tell you the opportunity lies, guys, in what we call the business center here. So this little area called business, not everybody's going to go in there. They won't know what it's about, but you and I will know because I'm explaining it to you. The average person will just hang out on the social media platform. They learn a few cents for their activity, but the business builders will go into click on business. And when you click on business, it offers you some, well, what I think is quite exciting products here. We have two areas. We've got one's called the Friends Tree, and the second area is called Future Ad Pro. And Future Ad Pro is where we want to develop a large SME or home-based business users advertisement. And if you become an advertiser yourself, first of all, then you can qualify to get paid for watching other advertisements. Now, how I really describe this to people is if you've ever been to YouTube and you see this advertisement sitting on top of the video that you wanted to watch, we always see the skip ad on the right-hand side, and it goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And guess what happens? You just can't wait to click that little button. And here's the question to you guys. How much do you get paid when you click that skip ad button? Well, the answer is you don't get paid anything. And what we're going to show and teach people here is for watching the ad, you can get paid. And we can do that through Future Ad Pro. So let me explain how it works. There's only two simple steps. The first thing you need to do is buy an advertisement package. An advertisement package costs $50 US. And for that advertisement package, what we do is we will host your business, your website, your offer. We will host that for you on our Traffic Exchange platform. We will guarantee you for that $50 that 800 viewers will come and have a look at your offer. And two things are going to happen here, guys. Either somebody's going to opt in and buy something from your website or join your program, whatever it is you're marketing, or they're not. That's the only two equations. They're going to either buy something or they're not from you. Now, if your website's boring, well, wouldn't that tell you you need to spend more time or more money improving your website? Or if you don't have a good offer, well, then people won't opt into anything you're offering. So let's say you went to the restaurant next door and the restaurant is quiet on a Tuesday evening. The restaurant might like to place an offer on our platform and say, listen, Tuesday evening's quiet. Why don't you come in for a meal? If you book a table now for 2 people, we let the third person eat for free. Well, there's a nice offer, and if you need to eat, that's something you might like to advertise on our platform. If you're based in the online world or you have another opportunity or something you want to market, again, you can offer those services as well. We can host, I suppose, absolutely any product or company or website that you'd like to market. And for that $50, as I said, we will guarantee 800 viewers. We will give you that online exposure to our database, and that's pretty cool. Now, if you want more than 800 viewers, let's say you want 8,000 views, well, you need to get 10 advertisement packages. That would give you 8,000 hits. 8,000 people would see your offer. And again, if you can convert that to business, well, this is a great place to advertise. Some people advertise in the newspaper. Well, what happens is tomorrow it goes in the trash can. Yeah, your advertisement's gone. You can't see the value. You don't know, did it actually work? But here we will give you the data. We will show you how many people logged in. We will show you how many people opted into your page. And of course, if your website's set up correctly, you're going to get that traffic. You're going to get that lead. Of course, it's up to you to convert it into a sale. So if you want 8,000 viewers, you need to have 10 advertisement packages. If you want 80,000, you're going to need 100 advertisement packages. And we allow each advertiser to have up to 1,000 advertisement packages per household. So you're limited to 1,000 advertisement packages per household IP address. Now, that's fine, that's the advertising, but guess what? Here's the good news. If you're happy enough to watch 10 of our other advertisements in a day, in other words, if the restaurant owner would look at the guy that sells tires for the cars or insurance or, obviously our advertisers could be beneficiaries of purchasing other products from our other subscribers. Well, if you watch 10 ads a day, you then qualify to earn some money. And I'm going to show you how that works in a second. You can use it you can watch these adverts from your computer, or you can actually use your cell phone to watch these 10 adverts. It takes approximately 3 minutes of your day to qualify for some revenue. And there's no selling involved. You don't have to introduce anybody to this. You buy an advertisement package, you watch 10 ads, and you get paid. And that's what people like, that you don't have to find new people. You don't have to develop an organization. You can make money without introducing anybody, and that appeals to 100% of people. And that's the very beginning of our business. Now, before I show you any more, let me see, can you actually watch these ads? Here's a typical advertisement on our platform. And instead of skip ad going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we have a little green line that travels across the screen. It takes about 5 or 6 seconds. And when it gets to the end, that's considered an advertisement viewed. Now, you press next ad. If you're not, this is obviously a travel company. If you're not interested, just watch the next ad. Here's a company offering weight loss. Again, if that doesn't interest you, just let it go to the end and press next ad. Here's an Italian restaurant. If you want to book a table with them, that's fine. If you're not interested, watch the next ad. Here's a publicly traded utility company advertising on our platform. If you're happy enough with your services, well, next ad. Now, here's something I did buy. This particular company was offering one of these gadgets that I needed for my cell phone. I had trouble keeping it topped up. I'm that busy. So this is something that I was interested in, so I went in and purchased it. So this company got some business. Here's a company offering home insulation. Well, no, my home's fine. Not for me, thank you. Here's another travel company, not interested. So all you have to do is watch 10 ads in a day and you qualify for income. And it's pretty cool. Now, let's say you don't have anything to market. Let's say you don't need to advertise. Let's say you haven't got a business. Then how would this be beneficial to you? Well, why not pick your favorite chosen charity? Let us market their website. Let them become the beneficiary of any sale. So let's say I'm having a good week and this advert comes up on the thing. I said, you know what? I've had a great week. I'm going to give $10 to these guys. They're doing a great job there. So the charity here could become the beneficiary of your advertising if you don't have a business. But on the other hand, now we're going to show you how the income works. It's pretty incredible. Now, it's very easy to do. You don't need any special skills, and that's pretty good. But if you can click a mouse, you can make money. That's it. If you can click a mouse, you can make money. You don't need to, any profession or job or business. It takes skill, it takes time, it takes training. Here anybody can qualify. Click a mouse, you get paid. That's it. So from this moment on, if you don't have an advertisement package in our program, and if you haven't watched 10 ads today, from this moment forward, it's going to cost you money every 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes, those people that watch 10 ads a day get paid. It's pretty incredible. In fact, we pay you 96 times a day. That's 672 times a week. That's 35,000 times a year. Now, the average person is saying here at this stage, they're going, wow, I get paid 50 times in a year. And here's a program where I can get paid 96 times in one single day. Well, that sounds interesting. How does it work? Well, it's very simple. Guys, advertising started off on newspapers. Yeah. And because the industry moved on, the media industry moved on to radio, it got more national exposure. So the big advertisers moved on to radio. They then moved on to television. Well, guess what, guys? We're spending more time on the internet than we are watching TV. And guess where the money's going? The advertising dollar is heading right to the internet. And you've got to be there to collect it. And that's what this program is about. It's being positioned to take this internet advertising traffic, and it's absolutely incredible. Your question to me is, well, how much can I get paid? Well, that depends on you. Yeah, that is totally dependent on you, not on me and not on this program. There are two things that qualify for payment. Number one, how many ad packs do you have? And number two, have you got 3 minutes to qualify? It takes 3 minutes to watch these advertisements. It's pretty cool. So let me tell you about how the money side works. It's very, very simple. We can give you up to 120% cash back on your advertising. It's pretty incredible. Just let me go to the board here and do a few scribbles. So, guys, this gets pretty interesting. It's $50 for an advertisement package, and what happens is we guarantee you 800 visitors to your website for that $50. If you want multiples of 800, so you could maybe have 2 advertisement packages, you could have 50 advertisement packages, you could have 100 advertisement packages. It's entirely up to you. But here's the good news. There's revenue coming into this company from mainstream advertisers, the likes of Emirates and all the airlines. We've got advertising coming in from our SME, small to medium-sized business owner, from our home-based entrepreneurs. They're spending money on our platform. We've got third-party game suppliers, okay? So this is third-party game suppliers. What happens here is it's a 50-50 split. The developer of the app, the developer of the game gets 50% of the revenue generated on our platform. The other 50% goes into this pot, into this bucket. And this starts to fill up with various sources of revenue. We have our own games department where FutureNet develop their own games, and 100% of the revenue goes into the platform. We've products such as cloud services. Again, when people order cloud, that generates new revenue streams moving into the company. We've got video email. We have many products, and we can add more and more as we grow along. We could, in fact, do a very special deal with the likes of a Netflix. And if we put, for instance, a Netflix button on the social media platform, and maybe 10,000 customers watch a movie on Saturday evening, well, that's 10,000 payments going into the pot. We could advertise or market any business. We could bring on an insurance company. So let's say an insurance company come on and says, guys, if you're from the United States, we could give you, say, 15% off your home insurance premium or your car insurance. Press the button for a quote. So again, you can see how businesses could market to a certain demographic of people, and that would attract a lot of revenue. So this can grow and grow and grow. It gets quite exciting. So there's this and many more services that go into this money generating pool here. The interesting thing is, for every advertisement package you have, you get 1 share in the revenue. So if you've got 10 advertisement packages, you get 10 shares from the revenue. If you have 20 advertisement packages, you get 20 shares from the revenue. The only qualifier is that you must watch 10 of our advertisements on a daily basis to qualify. It's very simple. I also say you get paid 96 times a day. Here's how you get paid. You get paid at the top of the hour, quarter past the hour, half past the hour, and quarter to the hour. You get paid 4 times per hour, which is 96 times a day. You get paid when you sleep, you get paid when you work, you get paid when you're on holiday, as long as you watch 10 ads. So here's the training, guys. Can you do that? That's the training. If you can click a mouse, you can make money. It's as simple as that. So let's tell you that what happens then is, as you start getting paid, your $50 starts coming back to you until you have a maximum of up to 120% back. If you put $50 into the local radio, you get nothing back. You'll get an invoice. If you put $50 into our online advertising platform, you get an invoice, which is tax deductible. But now you're getting a share in the revenue. You start to get some of your $50 back from the revenue. You're taking a share from the entire revenue that's coming back to you. And the company will pay you up to 120% back. In other words, $50 will turn over time into $60. $500 will turn into $600. $5,000 of advertisement will turn into $6,000, which is incredible. That's what's capturing the imagination of people. That's what's starting to excite people. So let's just go back to the presentation and show you the next part. Share screens. Here we go. What I've done here is I've tried to do a comparison to a typical bank. If you had, for instance, $1,000 in the bank, have you any idea what $1,000 would be worth in, let's say, a year's time, if you left $1,000 in the bank? Well, some banks are paying 0.5%. Excuse me. Just recently in the UK, they dropped it to a quarter of a percent, 0.25%. But let's be generous. Let's say you were earning 0.5% in a whole year. $1,000 in the bank would turn into 1,005. Yeah, $1,000 in the bank in a whole year would turn into 1,005 after 12 months. Now, if you put $1,000 into our advertisement program, and let's say you hit that maximum 120% cash back, your $1,000 within 4 months approximately would turn into about $1,200. And what the clever advertiser is doing is they're putting that back into advertisement. They're placing that $1,200 back into advertisement, and in the next 3 to 4 months, that's maturing at about $1,440. And what they're doing is they're plowing that back into online advertisement, and in the next quarter, it's turning into approximately $1,720. Now, obviously, it depends on the revenue. It depends on how many games are played. It depends on how much our advertisers are doing. But I can also say that, future performance doesn't be guaranteed, but I'm just basing this on past performance that we're hitting at least 120%, which is pretty good. Now, that $1,000 in the bank, where you would earn $5 for the whole year, it would take you 144 years leaving that in the bank to catch up with this one in 1 year. So if you multiply 5 times 144, it comes out at 720. And that's the power of our program. If you were to do $2,500 and leave that in the bank, well, if you were getting 0.5% per year, you'd make $13 on that in a whole year. Put it in here. Let's give it 3 or 4 months. Take 20%. You're going to get $500. So you've got $3,000 back in a few months. Put that back into advertising. We call it compounding. Put it back into advertising. Comes out at $3,600. Put it back into advertising. Comes out at $4,300. Guys, there's no comparison between that and the $13, and that's what's really exciting a lot of people. I've been very fair here, because what I'm saying here is that the bank might add that interest quarterly to your account every quarter, and what I've done here is I've compounded once a quarter. The good news here is you don't have to wait to compound. As you earn, you can compound immediately, and we offer compounding every single day, and therefore it has a greater effect than the figures that I've shown on the screen. So as I said, past performance is no guarantee of future performance, but based on what we have to date, this is the kind of thing that's happening. However, your advertising, and if you get business from your advertising, well, how bad? If you get some money back, well, I mean, that's some bonus. It's absolutely brilliant. You see, people who understand compounding, really, if they put that to effect, or they have an instrument to put it to effect, they can make some serious money. As Einstein said, compound interest is the 8th wonder in the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. And I think we've all learned that story. Now, we do have a program here to show you how to leverage this. So far, all we've talked about is you and your advertising. We haven't talked about the benefits of an affiliate program. An affiliate program is very simple. If you thought it might be a great idea to share this with somebody else, you can get some extra commissions on it. And let's talk about that for a minute. We have 5 statuses in our affiliate program. We have a totally free scenario, 0. We call it status 1. It's totally free. And that allows you to accumulate up to 50 ad packs or purchase 50 ad packs in one go. We have many people that just order 50 ad packs straight off the bat, and they come in for a 0 charge there. If they were to recommend the idea or promote the idea, they can get a 3% commission on any business they bring to the table. Now, if you want more than 50 ad packs, or you want them to grow up to 100, there is a $30 per annum, $30 per year charge. This you probably could call like a hosting fee or a service charge to host all of this advertisement for you on our servers. So $30 is quite negligible. You can have up to 100 ad packs, but now you get the benefit of 2 generations, 4% in one. Status 3 is an $80 a year subscription. It's very small. You can have up to 300 ad packs, but now you get the benefits of 3 generations of commission. Status 4 is a $130 program, and the maximum for the maximum amount of ad packs is 1,000 per household. It's $180 for the entire year. But here you get the benefit of 5 generations of commission at 8%, 4%, 1, 1, 1. Guys, this is phenomenal. This 8-4-1-1. Please let me go back to the board and explain this 8-4-1-1-1. This is This is brilliant. Have a look at this. Wonder can I fit it in on this page? Yeah, I'm sure I can. If you share this with, say, 10 people. Now, here's a question. Do you know 10 people that can click a mouse? Because that's the qualifier. Can you click a mouse? If you can click a mouse, you can make money. If you can't click that mouse, you're not going to be able to view these advertisements. If you can click a mouse, here's my question. Do you know 10 people that could click a mouse? Of course you do. If that's all you did, but help them do the same thing, those 10 found 10 people that could click a mouse, you've now got 100 other people somewhere on the planet clicking a mouse, watching advertisement. You're getting the leverage of that. You're getting paid. Those 100 people are no different than you, no different than me. Do you think those 100 people could find 10 people that can click a mouse somewhere on the planet? Absolutely. What does that mean? You've got 1,000 new customers clicking a mouse, watching some advertisements like they do in YouTube. They click skip ad, they get paid nothing. Click and watch the ad here for 3 minutes a day. They're starting to make money. But do you think these 1,000 people could find 10 people to click a mouse? Well, guess what? You've now got 10,000 customers all over the world watching advertisements, and you're getting paid on every one of them. Do you think those 10,000 people could find 10 people each, just like you found 10 that could click a mouse? Of course you could. And that brings you into the 100,000 realm. So this is a 5-tier program where you can only get paid on 5 generations of referrals in this specific side, in this Future Ad Pro side. Well, here's the good news. You get 8% on your own referrals. You get 4% in generation 2. You get 1%, 1%, and 1%. So it's a total of 15% paid out. Okay? Total of 15% paid out. But here's my question. You're getting 8% of these 10 customers. If these 10 customers buy just one ad pack, 8% of $50 is $4. Okay? So it's only $4. But you've 10 customers doing that. So 10 times $4 is $40. Okay? On the second generation, you're getting 4% of these people's efforts. Well, if these 100 customers are buying one ad pack, just 4% of $50 is $2. So you get $200 here. Why? Because you've got 100 times $2. So the next one is very simple. 1% of a $50 spend is 50 cents. But you've got 1,000 times 50 cents coming, so you make $500 here. You've got 10,000 50 cents here, you make $5,000 here. You've got 100,000 50 cents. It's $50,000. $50,000. That's if they bought one ad pack. What if they buy 10 ad packs? What if they buy one ad pack a month? You're on 50,000 a month. What if they buy one ad pack per week? You're on 50,000 per week. It's incredible. It's incredible. This is a 5-generation program in the Future Ad Pro section. And this is exciting a lot of our members. So again, let me go back now to the slides and we'll continue our presentation. So what I was saying was for $180 one-time annual fee, you can have up to 1,000 advertisement packages yourself. That gives you 1,000 shares in the program where you can enjoy the benefits of 96 payments every day times 1,000. That's your own money working for you. Then you can enjoy the leverage of a 5-tier program. 8%, 4%, 1%, 1%, 1%, and that's the maths I just done on the board behind us. Quite exciting, guys. So let's move on. Some people are a little bit shy of affiliate marketing programs. Well, guys, please don't be, because let me tell you this, Apple, one of the greatest technology companies on the planet today, have an affiliate program. And simply by sharing the Apple link with other members, you can get program benefits. You can earn money. You can earn commissions by sharing the Apple story, by telling people it's a great device if that's what you want to do. It's an affiliate program, and many, many big businesses are doing it. Amazon, a real big e-commerce platform online today, they have their affiliate program. This is the Amazon affiliate program. Look what they say. You can earn up to 10%. I've just shown you how to get up to 15% in the affiliate program. eBay, they call it the partner network. You register, you advertise, you get paid. Guys, An affiliate program is simply a reward for your recommendation. That's all it is. We have the major satellite company over here supplying TV and terrestrial TV to homes. Again, if you recommend your next door neighbor to Sky TV, they will give you £140. That's almost $200 commission, provided they take digital TV and the broadband. This is an affiliate program for our TV channels. Our banks are offering an affiliate program now. If you can get your neighbor or a friend to move bank, they'll put $100 in your account and $100 in the new customer's account for free. It's a reward for bringing them business. Affiliate business is big business. Tesco, one of the premier shopping in the UK, certainly in other parts of Europe, they have about 36% of all home shopping. They have an affiliate program. Start earning money today by joining the Tesco affiliate program. There are no limits on how much you can earn. So the shop down the street, the cell phone supplier, the TV company, the local bank, they're all doing it, guys. So be proud, get loud, go out and explain. We have affiliate program here. Look at Walmart. Go check Walmart. They have an affiliate program. You only get 5% there. So these are extra benefits if you wish to promote this, to share the idea. And sharing the idea is nothing more simple than inviting people to a presentation like you're watching right now. Yeah, if somebody came to this and had to listen to it, you answered a few questions, you got them started, that's your business growing internationally. Let me show you some accounts. Now, this is what I would call quite a large account. So let's have a look here. This customer has 1,000 ad packs. That's the maximum they can have. They have 4 more there, but of course they're not getting paid on the 4, so they only get paid on 1,000 ad packs. And this customer in 13 days earned $9,670. Now, I know the owner of this account personally. In fact, I took this screenshot myself. And I asked him a question the following day, day 14, what did your account go to? And he said it went to over 10,000. So this customer is making about $5,000 a week straight off the bat, straight off start day one, which is incredible. But that's a very large account. Let me show you my own little account. Now, this is my own little account. I started with 46 ad packs. You can see here that in my first 30 days, I earned $1,190. Well, that was nice. That was enough to tell me that it worked. But it also represented something more important to me. I got married about 22 years ago, and in around the same time, I took a mortgage on my home. And not only was I married to my wife, but I'm married to my mortgage. And I have to pay this commitment for 25 years of my life. And here's a company that I attached myself to just 30 days previous, and I'm earning enough to cover my mortgage. Now, how bad's that? And that's my story. That's a reason to do it. It was quite exciting. It proved to me that it worked, and I was quite satisfied with that in my first 30 days in the business. But what I did was I took a screenshot in the second month. So I started on the 8th of April, guys. If you want to take a note, I started on the 8th of April. You'll see in the bottom right-hand side, the date stamped there is the 8th of May. Now, if you're listening in from the United States, I think you guys put the month first. We put the day first and the month in the center. So the 8th of May, so that was exactly 30 days from my start date. If you then go to month 2, and you'll see that was the 9th of June. I missed it by a day, but you can see here that my account had jumped to 2,900, which is quite nice. It put the average across 2 months at about 1,500 per month, which was quite nice. On the 8th of July, you'll see there in the bottom right-hand side, and I've left it 25 to midnight. I'm trying to get the best of the day to get the best story, and that's exactly what's on the screen there, $5,300 in 90 days. And that's just watching 10 ads every day. I spend 3 minutes, and they pay me, and that's how our program works. So 8th of July, and this was 120. Give me 1 second, guys. I just want to move the screen up a little bit because I can't see the date. Apologies. You can see it down there, 9th of July. I'll fix that one again. But here's after 4 months now, 120 days. 9th of August, that is. 09/08/16. So in 4 months, I'd earned about 9,000 and this is only one part of the program. There are many more parts we need to discuss, but this is just one of our revenue streams coming through. And today, a little bit earlier, it had grown to 18th. What day was the 18th? Maybe that was yesterday. Today's the 19th. So yesterday it was 10,900 and whatever that was. So it's just incredible how the whole thing grows. Now, this is a different account. This is what I would call a small account. This small account has 83 ad packs. What does that mean? They're taking 83 shares from the bucket I showed you behind every 15 minutes. Well, this guy has 13,500 in 12 days. So what do you think the difference is? There was a slide earlier there with 1,000 ad packs, only earned 9,600, yet here's a customer with only 83 ad packs has earned much more in 12 days, in 1 day less. The difference is simply this: the first guy told nobody he was making the money. The first guy had 1,000 ad packs, told nobody, and just made the money, just watched it himself, didn't recruit, didn't bring anybody in, didn't share the idea. This guy couldn't afford 1,000 ad packs, but he went out and told the world. He was getting 8%, 8%, 8%, 4%, 4%, 1%. So that's the difference. When you refer, you can use that leverage of multiple generations of people, and that's how it works. It's incredible. But here's a small account. This little account is only 3 advertisement packages. An advertisement package is $50. It gives you 800 views. This guy bought 3 of them, which gives him 3 times 800. He gets 2,400 people having a look at his website for $150. If he had left that $150 in the bank, he might have made 75 cents in a year. In 13 days, this customer had earned 221. That's incredible. 221.54 cents. Incredible. And that's just a little bit of documentation, a little bit of history to show you how we've performed to date, and we're very pleased with it. So let's bring you back to the website. Here you go. And we found all of that under the business button. It's called Future Ad Pro. It's just one of our products. We will now go to another very exciting part of our presentation. And it's going to draw me back to the board again. But so far, we've looked at 2 dimensions. We've looked at our free. This is a free social media platform where you get paid a few cents for your content, for your liking and your sharing, but particularly for your chat. We reward you more for your chat than we do for any other activity. And there's a reason for that. If you upload lots of photographs, well, that's easy to do. You could dump your whole hard drive onto this platform, but I don't want to see all your photographs. So it's more meaningful if you invite a few friends over and chat to them. So the script now is pointing towards chatting, and that way you'll build the community. If you add lots of photographs and like lots of pictures, you're not building the community. But if you're chatting to people, it's unlikely that you will chat to a stranger. You're more likely to chat to a friend. And that's to encourage you to help us build a platform, to help build the community. And that's why they will reward you for that activity. So that's our social media platform. It's very simple. It's free. The second area was under the business tab, and we looked at it there now. That's our Future Ad Pro. And the final and third dimension is where I'm going to go now. And that's involving our products on the platform. I mean, any company could stand up on any one of these products if that was their main source of revenue. But I'm going to show you how this company can help you, help ourselves for marketing these products here on the bottom left-hand side. And this is pretty cool. So let's go back to the, now let me see, somebody's chatting in there. Give me a second. Okay. Let me go to video. Let's get back to video, guys. Now, I'll just get rid of that for a second. And now I want to show you something really exciting. The company have put together 6 rewards programs. So on top of everything we've heard, they have 6 rewards programs. Let me show it to you like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how does it work? Well, let me give you an analogy. If you go to Walmart or your local grocery store or Starbucks and you buy something there, they often have some kind of loyalty reward program that you get 10 coffees, you get a free coffee, or do some shopping, we give you some points. Well, what our company do is if you spend money on our platform, they will put you free of charge into our rewards program. So let's say you spent $10 buying something from our platform like Cloud. Let's say you spent $10 on Cloud. Okay, so we'll call this the $10 reward program. Because you've spent $10, we will place you for free into this reward program. Whether you like it or not, you're going there. And what actually happens is the next customer that goes through the till, goes through the cash register, goes in here. The next customer falls in here. And the third customer must go in there. In other words, in the rewards program, there are only 3 empty locations immediately after you. So you go and buy $10 worth of product, then the first customer, second customer, third customer. Here's what happens, guys. This company pay you cash. They give you 5% of everything these customers purchase. Okay? So every time they buy something here for $10, you're getting 5%, 5%, 5%. Now, let's say you have 4 customers, not 3. The 4th customer must go behind these 3. So it's very, very important to take your position on the rewards table as other customers fill up behind. Okay? And this fills up what we call 10 generations in depth. So it's 3 by 10. 3 by 10 generations. Let me show you what that means. This is incredible. Let's say you shared this idea with just 3 people. So here you are, and you shared it with 3 people. Okay? How long would it take you to show this to 3 people? A day? An hour? A week? A month? Let's say it took you a month to show this to 3 people. 1 month. Okay? That's very, very slow. And let's allow those 3 people to share it with 3 more. And let those 9 people share it with 3 more. And let those 27 people share it with 3 more. And these 81 people share it with 3 more, who share it with 3 more, who share it with 3 more. And this is where my 3 times tables get a little bit rusty, but let's do it together. 3 sevens is 21, 3 eights is 24, and 2 is 26. 3 ones is 3, and 2 is 5. 3 twos is 6. Okay? And this is 6,561 customers. Let's say they showed it to 3 customers each. 3 ones are 3, 3 sixes are 18, 3 fives are 15, and 1 16, 3 sixes 18, and 1 19. So now you've almost 20,000 more new customers. Let's say these customers shared the idea with 3 customers. 3 threes are 9, 3 eights are 24, 3 sixes are 18, 23 nines are 27, 9, 3 ones 3, 2 ones are 3, and 2 is 5. Okay, so starting with you, you go into the rewards table, and there are 3 empty positions behind you. 1, 2, 3. As the next 9 come in, they follow the next level, and this is 10 generations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And all of these customers are starting to come in. Here's the good news. You get 5% on these customers, and these ones, and these ones, and these ones. You get paid 5% on every generation. 5% on 10 generations. Now, when you add this up, guys, it's pretty remarkable. When you add 59,000 to this, to this, to this, and add that up, it works out at 88,572 clients. 88,572 customers. Okay? So let's go back to the rewards program. I just want to show you where the numbers come from. But if this is you and you buy $10 worth of product, we place you in the rewards program. The next 3 customers go behind you. The next go behind you. And this fills up to a total possibility of 88,572 customers. You get 5% on every single transaction. 5% of $10, because that's all they're spending, $10. 5% of $10 is only 50 cents, yeah. 10% of $10 would be $1. 5% is half of $1. It's 50 cents. So if you multiply this out here, let me round it down a little bit. The total potential here for you is $44,000. How much have you spent? You've spent $10 on our platform. You've bought some products like cloud or video email, or you purchased something online. We've put you in here for free. And as other customers join our program, this is the potential for you first time round. And when people understand that, they go, well, what's the next one about? Well, imagine you bought $25 worth of products as well. Imagine you spent a total of $35 on our platform. We've put you in here and in here because this is our $25 reward program. Anybody that spends another $25 on top of the 10 gets in here. Now, guess what? It works just like the first. There are 3 empty locations. And as this fills up, there's a total possibility of, we call it 88,500 transactions. Here's the good news. You get 5% on every transaction, no matter who puts that in there. Whether it's you put this customer in here, or whether it's the person that introduced you puts the customer in here, or maybe this guy puts some customers in here. Every single customer that does a transaction after you or behind you, you're entitled to 5%. 5% this time of $25 is $1.25 per transaction. If you multiply these two numbers, you're getting close on $110,000. Add the two rewards programs together, we're talking about $150,000. How much have you spent? Well, in this example, you spent $35 on some products, and we've paid you these bonuses. It's absolutely incredible. Now, we have 4 more. This reward program is for those customers that spend $50 on products. If you buy $50 worth of cloud or some of our products, we will put you in here. Now you're in 3 rewards programs. It's brilliant, okay? There are 3 empty locations behind you. 1, 2, 3. Once they're filled, the next customers go in behind, and the total possibility is 88,500 transactions. How much do you get paid? 5% on every transaction, no matter who puts it in there. If it's behind you, you're getting the money. 5% of every sale on all 10 levels. 5% of $50 spent this time is $2.50. Guess what? Multiply these numbers out, you're on $220,000. Isn't that incredible? Add the 3 together because it's combined. You're talking about 330, about $375,000 of potential here. How much have you spent? 10 plus $25. You spent $85 on some products. Share the idea with a few people. As the business starts to grow, you get paid from our program. It's incredible. Now we have 3 more. We've got a $100 reward program. That's for those customers that spend another $100 on our program. So they've bought $85 plus $185. We now put them into 4 of the programs. There are 3 empty spaces right behind you. And as they fill up, the customers fall in behind. You get 5% on every transaction. There's a total possibility of 88,500 transactions. Do you remember how we got that number? Because there's 3, 9, 27. We did it on the other page. There's a total possibility to fit in here in the whole planet, right across the world, 88,000 transactions. You're getting 5%. 5% is $5 per transaction. That works out, guys, at $440,000 or thereabouts. Isn't it incredible? Look at the potential here. 440 plus 220 is 660, 760, 770. You're talking about an $800,000 business, and all you've spent is $185 so far to buy some products and start helping us share the idea, help us develop the program. If everybody only found 3 people, if you only found 3 and work with those 3 to find 3 and work with those 3 to find 3, this starts to grow. That's how simple it is. You don't have to find all of this stuff yourself. Now, let's do the next 2. There are 6 programs. I've shown you 4. Every one works like the other. This is our $500 reward program. This is brilliant. Watch this one, guys. If you spend $685 on products, we will place you in 5 of our reward programs. Every other customer that spends $5 related to you or your upline that falls behind you, you're entitled to 5% of every single transaction. Now, as these customers come in, you have 88,500 total possibilities. 5% this time of 500 is 5% of 500. Well, 10% would be $50. So 5% is half of $50. You're getting $25 on every single transaction as this business grows. Okay? And you get paid live. In other words, if someone registers a product now, you'll see it in your back office. There is a 14-day window before it's paid out, but you see it instantly live in your account. If you multiply this out, it works out, guys, at $2.2 million or thereabouts from this program alone. Never mind the other 4. When you add that 2.2 million to the 800,000 we've talked about, you're looking at a $3 million business potential here. What have you spent? You've spent $685 on products. It's incredible. Let's do the last one. We have a $1,000 reward program. What's this for? It's only for customers that spend a total of $1,685 on products on our platform. When you spend $16.85, you now enter all 6 reward programs. There are 3 empty locations right behind you. Why? Because that's how it works. Everyone's the same. As this fills out, the total potential is 88,500 transactions. You're getting 5% this time of 1,000. And simultaneously, if these are all building at the same rate, you're getting paid out of this one, and this one, and that one, and that one. It's up to you. Do you want to go into 6 of them, or 5 of them, or 1 of them, or all of them? I went into all of them. I went all in. If you put skin in the game, guys, you're going to get results. Now, 5% of $1,000 is $50. When you multiply that by $50, well, it's the double of that. There or thereabouts, you're talking about 4.4 million from this alone. Let's add all 6 together. Guys, I've rounded some numbers down there. It's in and around $7.5 million. That's the potential first time round in our business. You could do this multiple times, but that's the first time round. What's the job at task? What do we need to do to accomplish some of this or all of it? Well, I told you, you need 88,500 transactions, 88,572 transactions to be precise. But it's not you doing these transactions. You might do 1 of them or 2 of them or 3 of them and help the business to grow. It's done as a team. It's you and it's me and it's all of us helping to produce the results. It's a global business team that we develop. I mean, 88,000 people, I mean, it's a small town somewhere in the whole planet. I mean, it's incredible. But if you do half of what I've described here, 50% of that, you're going to get 50% of this number. How bad would 3.75 million be? If you did 10% of this effort, like 10% of 88,000 is, let's remove a 0. Could we do this together, 8,850? I think so. Well, if you do 10% of the effort, you're going to get 10% of the result. You make $750,000 if we do that. What if you only achieved 1% of what I've described? Yeah, would you be happy? Let's look. Take off another 0. 885 transactions. Could we do that as a team collectively? Well, we remove a 0 from your paycheck. How bad would an extra 75,000 be? But I have some extra news to tell you, and this is very important. The company are offering up to 50% check match. Up to 50% check match. Yeah, depending on which country you're reading this from, but we spell it like that. You guys spell it like that. 50% check match on your personal enrollments. What does that mean exactly? Let me explain what that means. Let's say you shared the business with this guy here, and he goes out this week and makes himself $1,000. He's happy. $1,000 is easy to do. Here's what the company do for you. They say, hey, thank you very much. We would not have known of this person only for your phone call. Yeah, we could have paid the TV to get customers. We could have used our advertising money on the radio. We could have used social media. We used you. You found us this customer. And here's what we're going to do. He's gone home this week with $1,000. We'd like to give you a 50% check match. We're taking nothing away from him. We're giving you an extra 500 on top of what you've made from our program itself. This is an extra 500 bonus. Thank you very much. What if you shared it with this girl here, and she goes out and makes herself $300 this week? Is she happy? Absolutely. $300 a week. Part-time is $1,200 a month. It goes and helps pays a few bills. Here's what the company say to you. We would not have known of this lady only for your introduction. She's earned herself $300. We'd like to send you a check for $150. We'll give you a 50% check match. What if you introduced a superstar? What if you introduced somebody that would go out and maybe make themselves $5,000, $3,000, $10,000? What would you get? A 50% check match. What if you shared this with 3 people and they all went and filled it? You would get 50% of their check match. Now, to qualify for that, if you only come in for $10, you're on a 10% check match. If you come in for $35, you're on a 20% check match. If you come in for $85, you're on a 30% check match. If you come in any of these 3, you're on that 50% check match. That's how it works. Guys, and there's more. There's more. This is just a good part of it, but there's a whole lot more. Let's go back to our presentation. Let me find my slides. So the first part, part, just to recap, was our social media platform that you can see on the screen, where you get some free money for your social media content. The second part was in the business tab here, where we talked about our advertising, those $50 advertisement packages that gives you those fabulous rewards. We covered that quite adequately in the middle section. And again, back in here in the business section, you find the rewards program that I've just covered on the flip chart. This is exciting. So this is where people go online and they buy some video, email, cloud services, landing pages, blog services. And it's just incredible. I suppose the back office demonstration would be on the screen right now. I've illustrated it in square boxes, but in your back office, you'll notice these 6 grayed out circles. Let's call them social circles. If you spent $10, we'll give you 1,000 media points to spend on product. We'll place you in here. You can see that A, B, and C going behind you. You get 5% of those sales. And as that grows 3 by 10 generations deep, you get 5% on every transaction. Here it shows you the total transactions possible is approximately 88,500. If you press upgrade in this section, you're going into 2 of these programs for $35. If you press upgrade here, you're going into 3, and you would see these changing color to a nice blue color. If you go down to the bottom and you upgrade here, these turn into a yellow color. You'll understand that when you're registering. And if you press upgrade under the Royal or the $1,000 program, you're opting into all 6 reward programs. That's 1,000 plus the 5 plus the 1 plus the other 3. That's what I've described on the screen. But there's a very intricate dimension to this, that there's an autofill. 5% of everything withdrawn from our revenue share program goes in to fill the empty spaces. And if you want to ask me a question on that later, please do. But that's a very important component to help you fill up this rewards program. 5% of every withdrawal from the revenue, from the Future Ad Pro product, automatically fills a customer into this rewards program. So that helps you fill up any empty spaces in the rewards program. That's enough for now. You can see that 5% of $10 is 50 cents, 5% 125, and there comes the maths, as I've already illustrated for you in the training. If we weren't doing a training, we could probably run through this much faster. This illustrates the 50% check match. It says earn up to 50%. Why is that? Because if you're only coming in for $10, you're not getting 50%. You're getting a 10% check match. If you come in for $35, you're getting that 20%, 30%, and you can see how that works. And that leaves us to almost the end of our presentation. Let me please tell you briefly about our prizes. I've been with Facebook for 10 years. I've never got anything from them or a prize. But in 9 days here, I received a beautiful smartphone in the post for my activity on the platform, which was a very nice gift. And if you help 3 people qualify for the smartphone, guess what? They give you a nice tablet or a laptop. If you can help 3 people qualify for that free laptop, you get a fabulous vacation with the owners of the company. If you can help 3 people qualify for that free vacation, they will give you, yes, the keys and the logbook of your very own Audi A3 car. You can have an A3, an A4, and A6. So you can have one of these 3 cars. You can't have all of them. You can have one of them. You pick which one you want. And here's the good news. You get the keys, you get the logbook, and it's your car. This is not a contract for a month or for 3 months or 3 years. This is your vehicle to keep. They don't want it back. It's your car. It's not a payoff system. It's your car. You have certain criteria to do to qualify, but essentially, if you can help 3 people qualify for a holiday, you're getting the keys of that vehicle. Now, the next section is if you can help 3 people qualify for a free Audi, they call you up again and say, guess what? Do you remember the Audi you qualified for 10 months ago or last year or whenever you qualified? Thank you for helping 3 others get a car just like yours. But I want you to keep that Audi, but please come over to our offices here. We want you to pick up your Porsche Panamera. Yeah? And they will give you free gratis, 100% pure ownership, your car, up to you to insure, up to you to fuel, but it's your car, it's your logbook. They don't want the keys back. You keep both cars in that instance. Now, again, if you want to ask me questions on this, we can do that in the question and answer section. But suffice to say, there's some beautiful prizes. I've qualified for these first 3 in my first 90 days, and I'm on target for a free car with the company. So you can do that too with my help and the help of your active upline, and we'll do this together. So this brings us to the end. We've looked at 3 components to the FutureNet program. Step 1, register for a free account, you earn social media bonus. Even if you fill in your profile, we give you some points to spend on products on our platform. We'll pay you for your profile and we'll pay you for your activity. That's free. Everybody understands social media. That's easy. Step 2 was in the middle section today when we looked at the ad packs. That's the advertising revenue share program. This is fantastic. And we did a good session there in the middle. So some people are doing both of these parts. And step 3 is our rewards program, which is a totally different component where you order some product or you order the media points for that product and you get into those 6 social circles, or what I call the rewards program. So absolutely brilliant program. You might be interested in doing all 3 parts or 2 of the 3 parts. That's entirely up to you. I did all 3. I'm benefiting from all 3. And the choice is up to you. So please get back to the person that shared this with you. Please start making friends, making money, having fun. Guys, this is incredible. This is FutureNet. It is a new social media platform, just like Facebook. Big difference, guys, is we pay you. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll talk to you soon.